Surprise me. Say something intelligent.
I'm glad Shalador found you. I need your help. Sheogorath! He's made this process insufferable. I translated the last book you retrieved, but it doesn't make any sense. I can't find anything that might lead us to the next trial. By all means, Circus of Cheerful Slaughter is just there on the desk. But be careful, the treachery of the Mad God knows no bounds. Good luck, my friend. This time, it's almost as though the runes themselves were mocking me. I translated the text relatively quickly. You can see when you read it, the words themselves just make no sense. If you told me years ago that I'd do spell work with Shalador, I'd have called you a liar. I'm happy to do the work. It's the chance of a lifetime, but I can't help but feel I'm in over my head.
Welcome! Welcome to the Circus of Cheerful Slaughter! Step right up, my mortal friend. The show is about to begin. And you're You're going to perform a play. My play, actually. Wrote it myself. I call it The Folly of Isolation. It's a tragedy. And a comedy. They're both at once. A tromedy. You want the next tome, right? Well, I need entertainment. I can only light Prince Malil here on fire so many times before it gets boring. You understand? Before we get to your motivation, we need to set the scene. The scene. Tamriel. The three alliances are at war, and the wee little mages guild wants none of it. They want to stand alone. Jolly good, you're paying attention. Now, this is a play in 3 acts. In each act, you'll isolate the guild from those bloodthirsty, political, warmongering sons of silkworms. By killing them. Oh, everyone. Right up to the high muckety-mucks themselves. Just remember, you wait for your cues.
My soul's on fire!
Don't forget to light the brazier! Ah, you daft fool. Ha! Guess it still hasn't gotten old! I'll meet you up ahead at the bustling packed down of Hearthold Helm. Shall we raise the curtain? Our opening act features the Ebonheart Pact. Ha! That rhymes, doesn't it? I'm a poet, and until now, I didn't realize it. Don't be presumptuous, mortal, or I'll banish you to the Isle of Lusty Bards. Like I was saying, as the curtain rises, our Ebonheart friends are at peace. Allies. Historically, though, they've been at each other's throats. Slavery, border raids, and infighting have them primed for chaos. They just need a little push. I've written myself a part, a small but pivotal role, if you'll excuse me. Hey! You hate each other, remember?
Oh yeah, get 'em.
Move!
Go! Join the fracas! This is your cue! Action! Splendid. But wait. I hear someone approaching.
Why do you fight, you milk-drinking dogs?
Oh, it's simple, my king. The Mages Guild caused this infighting. It's all their fault.
The Mages Guild? This mewling puppy? You want trouble? Here's trouble for the Pact.
You'll never make a living reading all day. You need to earn some coin, Velast.
Even mages take their noses out of their books once in a while. You just can't stand to be around people. Pathetic.
You have a rare mind, Velast. Not once in a century is a Mer with your talent born. We have accepted your application to join our august and storied Mages Guild.
This is the proudest day of my life, Guildmaster. Thank you. This is the proudest day of my life, Guildmaster. Thank you. Damn the mad god! Why can't I make sense of this text? I'm such an idiot.
We now pause for a brief intermission. Would you like some cheese? No time for witty banter, eh? Fine, fine. This act features the Aldmeri Dominion. Cats and elves. I never had a taste for either, honestly. Too much fur and fancy. Let's play it by ear. The scene. Queen Irene is addressing some of your peers. As a master thespian, you should...
The Mages Guild cannot turn on the Dominion so easily. You are a part of this world, like it or not.
My queen, you don't understand. The guild does not belong to any alliance. We merely wish to study in peace and solitude.
Hey, quiet down front. I am trying to watch the
Mother,
Queen's speech.
you left me. I'm all alone.
You want to be removed?
The other students, the other mages, they all hate me. You were the only one. And now you're gone.
Ah, good catch, Jester. Soldiers, give this mage the gift of exile.
Head in a blaze!
You'll never make a living reading all day. You need to earn some coin, Velast.
You have a rare mind, Velast. Not once in a century is a Mer with your talent born. We have accepted your
Damn the
application to
mad
join our-
god! Why can't I make sense of this text? I'm such an idiot.
Such impertinence. Razumdar, Captain Odrek, take care of this, sir. You killed my favorite cat. such a loyal pet. Looks like I'll have to handle this myself. You face Irene Arana Aldmeri in her full glory.
Let's move on.
The world is a cruel place, my assistants. Mages are envied their power and reviled for using it. We must have a place where we can study in seclusion. A place where all mages can be safe. The world is a cruel place, my assistants. Mages are envied their power and reviled for using it. We must have a place where we can study in seclusion. A place where all mages can be safe. Ulfsild, I did it! I have created a sanctuary, a retreat that will endure for eons. I shall call it Ivea. Sheogora, you bastard! The Folium Discognitum wasn't worth an island. I'll get Ivea back, God, even if it takes damn 3 lifetimes. Damn the lot of them! They'll see. They'll all see. Archmage Shalador's name will ring across history! Damn the mad god. Damn Ulfsild. Damn the lot of them!
You didn't come home last night. I waited all night for you. Have you been working this entire time? Shalador, Ivea is lost. You're obsessed. Can you even hear me? I can't do this anymore. You love your spells and scrolls more than you love me. I'm leaving you. Can you hear me now? Goodbye, you stupid old fool.
Ulfi, my love? I swear I just heard you. Where did you go?
The third act, because it means the play is almost over. I'm enjoying this so much I don't want it to end. And the sideshows. Have you enjoyed my little illusionary performances? Very... I won't tell you. I show you. That's the essence of storytelling. Show, well, it isn't. This is a professional production, and you are the star. Stage left, we have the founder of the Mages Guild, Varmus. Stage right, we have your old friend, Archmage Shalador. And backstage, we have Velast, your new friend and confidant in the Mages Guild. But what's this? Why, it's King Emmerich and his friends from the Daggerfall Covenant. No doubt he's got kind words to share. Take it away, Your Highness!
For perpetuating the use of magic, we hereby burn you at the stake. Let your corruption be gone from this land, once and for all.
Oh, seems like nobody wants you around. Ha! So, this is the final scene. Save your friends. Then, I'll give you the book.
Finally, the last phrase. The little word buggies go crawling around the page. Squirm, 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 little buggies.
I don't know. Your performance was a bit uninspired at points. And you refused to be... Yes, you did make me laugh. And cry. And kick Malil in the head. I suppose that's all I could ask. Take you. The book will take you back. It knows the way. Just remember, little actor, you still have one book left. And it...
What happened? Where did you go? Oh, I'm almost afraid to ask what happened. I hope this trial wasn't too painful. What happened? Oh, I'm almost... There's only one more trial. I was? What happened? The more we deal with him, the more I'm convinced. The Mad God is a spoiled child, pulling legs off bugs just to watch them twitch. What else happened? Some kind of commentary about Shalador's goal, no doubt. He may be a child, but Sheogorath certainly knows how to make a point.
They dug it up and broke it into pieces and brought it here. I saw the
Hail.
ones.
We've got almost everything. Aha, a guest. How wonderful. I wonder, would you help my... We are reconstructing animals. Dead ones, of course. Wouldn't do such a thing to live ones. That would be barbaric. Not to mention impractical. Well, as it turns out, we're fresh out of parts. Rat parts, I mean. I need you to bring us the head, legs, body, and tail from Fort... Oh, I know the whole thing seems rather rash and improbable, doesn't it? But our methods get results. Bring back the rat parts and we'll have a little rodent scurrying about in no time. Why, it'll be almost lifelike. No, please meet us outside the fight. There is a reason for this. One I would prefer to forget. It involves an early experiment with my associate. An experiment that failed horribly. It's not as simple as you may assume, however. When the two of us are involved, nothing is... No, please meet us outside the Fighters Guild. We must set up our experiment there.
my friend! How good it is to see you!
Pretend we're old friends catching up after a long absence. I don't want to blow...
Great acting.
I need an assistant to do some delicate tasks, and you've got the right look about you. I'm part of an undercover investigation. The artisan targets local Altmer, so I draw suspicion. We must capture the artisan before the Queen is targeted. Take my note.
What is it?
Hello. Lay dead. She aimed for the Isles
The Law of Meat.
Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you. Queen Irene sent a missive detailing your arrival and orders. You are here to secure the staff of Magnus. Safe in our vault below the city. We have guarded it day and night. When you are ready, I shall show you into the vault. If you would follow me. As you can see, our artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric wilderness. Marbrook will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backward territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees. The local Bosmer are disorganized and flighty. Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord. Ah, the Mages Guild. If you would follow me inside. Behold, the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh, a marvelous addition to the city. Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion. The vault is below. Follow me. That no longer exist in the Somerset Isles. Do take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens. We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time. Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens. Valenwood soil is not surprisingly very fertile.
These specimens are bound for the Royal Gardens. This room holds Ayleid relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of. Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorheim, the legendary center of the Valenwood. Our ancestors have left traces of their civilization across Tamriel. If we follow Queen Ayrenn, our empire will one day rival theirs. Behold, the Staff of Magnus. What happened? Where is it? By the shining trees of Aldmeris, we have been burgled. But how? I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night. I placed the staff myself. No, the vault is off limits to all, but wait. Vicereeve Pelador recently toured the vault. The Queen's business, or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check. Unthinkable. Yet, what other conclusion can we draw? Such illusionary magic is beyond the ken of a common thief. To the surface, I must question the watch.
Step up, have a look. None have entered the vault save you and the Vicereeve. He departed into the wilderness. He said he had orders from the Queen to bring Naaman's body. He did not return. He was always foolishly devoted to the prince. I pray nothing has happened. Staff of Magnus is an extremely powerful object. There's no telling what wickedness he could achieve if he desired it. Rest assured he would not have accessed the vault if we'd had any suspicion of his loyalty. Someone must inform the Queen.
Chosen of Marbrook, your queen has arrived. Bear witness to the glory of Queen Ayrenn, hope of the Dominion.
Greetings. Honor and praise, my friend. Do you have the Staff of Magnus? Peladil? Then it's true. He's betrayed us. My brother's body didn't make it to Marbrook either. I knew he loved Naaman dearly, but I didn't think he'd stoop to this. I will once again require your aid.
These wood elves and their forest spirits. How close are they strange?
It is good to see you, my friend. Greenshade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the Staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were not trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wildar King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock, we do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you. The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbrook. Hazazi is there. He likes to complain, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead. This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics. But as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion. Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. As always, Raz serves the Queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the Staff of Magnus stolen, though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramblebreach as well as he. The obvious answer is probably the right one. Paladil. That toad fulfilled Naamon's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised.
What?
I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
I wasn't always a beggar.
Quality wins.
Everything is here. Wonderful. Allow me a move. Now we address the practical applications of this marvelous elixir. If you will help us one last time, I will increase. My associate and I have a mischievous nature. It is through this nature we show our affection for our friends. Our close friend Kalima is, as Timaway would say, a grumpy bug. We want to lift her spirits. Place these squirmy rodent things in her backpack in the corner. She'll be back shortly, and then we'll see the fruits of our labor. Timaway and I have a wager. He expects her to double over with laughter. The second stage is the most important. What use is magical inquiry if it cannot foster relationships? Excellent. Here's your payment. I expect our dear friend will...
Oh, what is that? Adamir, Timaway, I will kill you both.
Something I can do for you?
Keep your nose clean and you'll have no trouble with me.
Watch it.
Staying out of trouble?
Dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi, what negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guard chase. Will you join the Dominion or not?
You should consider bathing more often.
I bet when you set your mind to something, you really stick to it.
Hello there.
I didn't think I was being disrespectful. Sometimes people are just impossible to understand.
Hail.
Another tourist? Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King. Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldemary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King. Ha! Sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. Doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence? Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to. Huh. Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself. When you get that audience, they're gifts from the Wilder King, embodiments of the raw energy of the...
Hello.
Can you believe that tree thing? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King, but the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking. I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood, but I fail to understand by what logic the Tree Thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosmer Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Ander and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say. We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going off... If you want, you can take the essence from the calope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you. Oh, one more thing. Ander scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky tree thing. Maybe we'll... There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say he's a spirit, an embodiment of the forest. What I find most fascinating, though, is the rumor that he Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very low. Of course not. He's mainly here, acting as my guardian. They warned us that this place was dangerous, and if the Wilder King is really as unpredictable as people say, well, never hurts to be prepared.
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. As a whole, their strength is in numbers. As long as you don't take on the entire camp, you should be fine. the chieftain. By the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle, and he knows how to take a beating. Don't expect him to go down quickly. There's a shaman who's never far from his side as well. I'd focus on killing the...
Can you believe that, Trethane?
Well?
My cousin was studying with Tellinger at Esduin. Thank you for all you did there.
Can you believe that, Trethane?
friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
Greetings.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye. Huh, and you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosmer around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
Hail.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come? Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Old Merry Dominion, and I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from your past.
Strike us down, but the veiled heritance will always rise again.
Finished with this village.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
We have much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
Opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estria, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranias is on hold, so she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you. Like the branches of a grotto, I believe that Aranias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play out, but I do know that like Aranias, you must come deeper into the forest. You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end. Yes, traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marrowan. Safe journeys, my friend.
lift invested. The path before us has been revealed. It is both dark and twisted. Come to the harborage. We have an unexpected guest who demands your presence.
Greetings.
Blend the solvent's purity with the reagent's trick. Your potions have a slight fizz to them, but your skill with admixtures is unquestioned. Far better than my former apprentice. You are now authorized to obtain and fulfill alchemy writs. May your elixirs remain potent. Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing.